I am Harshita, MCom Final, MPM Government First Grade College, Karkala. I am going to explain about motives for using international financial market. Meaning of financial market. Financial market is market where financial securities like stocks, bonds and commodity like valuable metals are exchanged at efficient market prices. The financial market is the broad term describing any marketplace where trading of securities including equities, bonds, currencies and derivative occurs. Financial market can be domestic or international. Meaning of international financial market. The international financial market is the worldwide marketplace in which buyers and sellers trade financial assets such as stocks, bonds, currencies, commodities, and derivatives across national borders. Motives for using international financial market. Several barriers prevent the markets for real or financial assets from becoming completely integrated. These barriers include tax differentials, tariffs, quotas, labor immobility, cultural differences, financial reporting differences, and significant cost of communicating information across countries. Nevertheless, the barriers can also create unique opportunities for specific geographic markets that will attract foreign creditors and investors. For example, barriers such as tariffs, quotas, and labor immobility can be caused the given country's economic conditions to be distinctly different from others. Investors and creditors may want to do business in that country to capitalize on favorable conditions unique to that country. The existence of imperfect markets has prescribed the internationalization of financial markets. Motives for international financial market can classified by three types. First one, motives for investing in foreign market. Second one, motives for providing credit in foreign market. Third one, motives for borrowing in foreign markets. First one, motives for investing in foreign markets. In that first one, economic conditions. Investor may expect firms in particular foreign country to achieve more favorable performance than those in investor's home country. For example, the losing of restriction in Eastern European countries created favorable economic conditions there. Such conditions attracted foreign investors and creditors. Second one, exchange rate expectations. Some investors purchase financial securities denominated in a currency that is expected to appreciate against their own. The performance of such investment is highly dependent on the currency movement over the investment horizon. Third one, international diversification. Investors may achieve benefits from internationally diversifying their assets portfolio. When an investor's entire portfolio does not depend solely on a single country's economy, cross-border differences in economic conditions can allow for risk reduction benefits. A stock portfolio representing firms across European countries is less risky than a stock portfolio representing firms in any single European country. Second one, motives for providing credit in foreign markets. Creditors, including individual investors who purchase debt securities, have one or more of the following motives for providing credit in foreign markets. In that first one, high foreign interest rates. Some countries experience a shortage of loanable funds, which can cause market interest rate to be relatively high. Even after considering default risk, foreign creditors may attempt to capitalize on the high rates, thereby providing capital to oversee the markets. At relatively high interest rates are often perceiving to reflect the relatively high inflationary expectations in the country. Exchange rate expectations. Creditors may consider supplying capital to a countries whose currencies are expected to appreciate against their own. Whether the form of the transaction is bond or a loan, the creditors benefit benefits when the currencies of domination appreciates against the creditor's home currency. Third one, international diversification. Creditors get benefit from international diversification, which may reduce the probability of simultaneous bankruptcy across borders. The efficiency of such strategy depends on the correlations between the economic conditions of the countries. If the countries of concern tend to experience somewhat similar business cycles, diversification across countries will be less effective. Third one, motives for borrowing in foreign markets. Borrowers may have one or more of the following motives for borrowing in foreign markets. Low interest rate. Some countries have a large supply of funds available compared to the demand for the funds, which can cause relatively low interest rates. Borrowers may attempt to borrow funds from creditors in these countries because the interest rate charged is lower. Second one, exchange rate expectations. Debtors may consider borrowing capital from countries whose currencies are expected to depreciate against their own. Whether the form of transaction is a bond or a loan, the debtor currency benefits when the currencies of denomination depreciates against the debtor's home currency. Conclusion. Thus, the common motives for either investing or giving credit or for borrowing funds are economic conditions, interest rate, exchange rate expectations, international diversification. Thank you.